Good morning, children. So, we have started with the third evaluation now, okay? So, the first chapter of the third evaluation is blow hot, blow cold. Alright? So, there was a woodcutter. So, this story is about a woodcutter. You can see. And this story is written by Dr. Zakir Hussain, children. He was the former president of India and he has written many stories for the children. Okay, so this is like imaginary, there is one imaginary character you will see whose name was Mia Balishtiye. Mia Balishtiye. So you see this man, he is nothing but Mia Balishtiye. So this is an imaginary character. There is no Mia Balishtiye as such. So we have, this is just a story to teach you the concept, right? So let's start. We'll start with the chapter now. So there was a woodcutter. Every day in the morning he used to go to the forest to cut wood. In the evening he would sell the wood in the city. One day he went deep into the forest and it was a very cold winter. His fingers were becoming numb. So with the cold, the fingers become very numb. Okay. Numb means there is no sensation in your fingers. Now every now and then the woodcutter would put down his axe and bring his hands close to his mouth. Then he would blow hard and on them to warm them. So in cold what do? We rub our palm and then we blow, no? Because in our mouth the hot air is there. The air which is inside our mouth is warmer than the air outside, isn't it? While he was cutting wood, Mia Balishtiye was watching him from the corner. Mia Balishtiye saw that the woodcutter kept blowing on his hands. He began to wonder what all that was about, but he could not understand it. He got up thinking that he would go and ask the woodcutter. After walking a little, he came back thinking that the woodcutter may not be like being asked. So finally, Mia Balishtiye could not help himself. He went hopping to the woodcutter and said, "Hello, brother. If you don't mind, can I ask you something?" Seeing this tiny person, the woodcutter was amazed and amused, but he hid his smile. He hid his smile and said, of course, ask what do you want to. All I want to ask is, why do you blow your mouth onto your hands? Said Mia Balishtiye. The woodcutter replied, it is too cold, my hands are frozen, so I blow on them to warm them up a little. Then, when they get cold again, I warm them again by blowing. Mia Balishtiye nodded. Oh, so that is it. And with that, he moved off, but he stayed nearby and kept a close watch on him. Soon it was afternoon. The woodcutter began to think of lunch. He picked up 2 stones and made a chulha. He lit a fire and put a small handi pot filled with the potatoes to boil. The wood was damp, so the woodcutter bent down and blew on the fire to help it burn. Balishtiye was watching him from a distance. Array! He said to him, there he goes again, blowing from his mouth. Does fire come out of his mouth? The woodcutter was feeling very hungry. He took a out potato from the handi and he tried to eat, but the potato was too hot. He again began to blow it. Foo, array, said Balishtiye to himself. He is blowing again. Now what? Is he going to burn the potatoes? Now Mia Balishtiye is thinking, What Mia Balestier got the answer? That he was blowing on his hand to warm them up. So he thought that whenever you have to warm something, you have to blow it. But he didn't know that potatoes were very, very warm. It was warmer than your temperature, isn't it? So whenever you are blowing it with the air which is less warm or cooler than your potatoes, then it will cool, no? So sometimes the mouth the mouth has warm air, of course, but if the outer atmosphere's temperature is warmer than the mouth, then then our temperature will be naturally colder than the outside, isn't it? So the boiled potato must be temperature must be very, very hot, isn't it? So the temperature of our air which we are blowing is cooler than that, so it will get cooled. So he didn't understand and he thought that he needs that this man is trying to burn the potatoes, isn't it? After blowing a few more foo-foos on it, the woodcutter put it on in his mouth and began to eat it. Now, Mia was very surprised. Okay, he just could not stop himself and off he went hopping to the woodcutter. "Hello, brother," he said. "If you don't mind, can I ask a question again?" The woodcutter replied, "Not at all. Ask whatever you want." Mia Balishtia said, "This morning you told me that you blew your hands to warm them up. Now you are blowing on this potato which is already so hot. So why do you want to make it hotter?" No, my little friend, this potato is too hot. I am blowing on it to cool it down." When he heard this, Mia Balishti's face became white. He began to tremble with fear and started to back away. The woodcutter was a good man. He said, "What's wrong, Mia? Are you trembling because of the cold?" Trembling means he started shivering, okay? He got scared. But Mia Balishte kept going backwards. When he was at a safe distance away, he said to himself, "What kind of creature is this? Surely he must be a ghost or a jinn. Blow hot, blow cold with the same breath? This is not just possible." That's right. There are some things which just cannot be, but they are. Okay? So children, here the same mouth is giving you the hot breath, and the same mouth is giving you the cold breath. So we are going to do till here only, and in this chapter there are a lot of activities, children, which you have to do and lot of diagrams to be drawn. Okay, so the first what you have to do is to write the name of the chapters right from the beginning. So chapter number from 15 you will start till the last chapter. Okay, so they are the portion. So first you are going to write the portion for the evaluation 3. Then you are going to write the name of chapter number 15, blow hot, blow cold, and then you are going to draw the diagram. You can draw any one of the diagrams which are here, Mia Balish, Thiye and woodcutter. First you have to draw this. Then children, you have to draw lot many diagrams, like you have to draw this one. Okay, where do you use the blow hot and blow cold? This one. Alright, and then children, you have to draw this diagram and this diagram. Okay, so these are the diagrams which you have to draw. Then children, paper whistle we are cancelling. You don't have to make the paper whistle, but yes, you can make this fan. You can make this fan. You can see here, there's a firki like fan. This you can make. Alright. After that, we have lot many to understand. So I will be teaching you all this in the later period. This is again very interesting. This thing is very interesting, and lot many questions are asked from this paragraph. Very important paragraph it is, and the chapter also. Okay, so children, we are done for the day today. Okay, so first do this. First you write the name of this, write the syllabus, all the chapters. Okay, and then write the name of the chapter, draw the diagrams, and then I'll be sending you the question and answers. Alright?